You're trying to use math to justify numerology? Are you out your mind? Or another one. 6 times 6 is 36. That means nines are the manifestors of, like, what the bro? I'm getting really angry just listening to people on Spaces nowadays. Because you people, and at least back in the day, you'd be ashamed of now you just want to talk. Okay, I'm going to explain something about manifestation, okay? If you are broke, you probably have very little manifesting abilities, okay? Manifest, M-A. Materialism, M-A. Man, M-A. So as a man, if you think you can manifest, you should have some material success. Doesn't mean you have to be a billionaire. Doesn't even mean you have to be a billionaire. Hell, if you live in fucking South Africa at 10K, you're well off. The end of the day is this. We need to start injecting some reality in this conversation. Because at the end of the day, you guys are living off fucking dreams. Okay? Let me make this abundantly clear. If you're broke, I do not believe you have very strong abilities to manifest. That's simple. This isn't difficult. This isn't rocket science, okay? And just because you know numerology doesn't mean you know how to manifest. There's plenty of numerology groups. Yeah, GG33 is the only known numerology group. Why? Because I actually do have the ability to manifest. An old man like me made his influencer. Why? It's called manifestation. I mean, my boys in this room, I was telling him nonstop in 2022 what I was going to do in 2023. My good sweated eye Fred, he heard that conversation for a fucking year and a half. I told him I was going to do this, I was going to do this. I had no IG. I had no TikTok. I had no YouTube. I had nothing. And I manifested it all into place. Now I got 250,000 on YouTube. Now I got, what? If you count all the accounts combined, over 1 million on IG and definitely over 1 million on fucking TikTok. Almost on one account alone. That is me saying I'm going to do something and actually doing it. That is called the ability to manifest and actually showing you guys that it's real. You clowns, on the other hand, will say, oh, I saw a cat. I had a cat in my dream. See, I can manifest. You out your mind? Are you out your minds? Yeah, I know. I'm being mean and all this other stuff, but someone's got to fucking reality check you. And quite frankly, you guys ain't doing it to yourselves. Now, I released, first I want to talk about nines for years. Would not talk about nines. I'm a gatekeeper. I'm this. I'm bad. Release all the information. I released the information that nines are prone to being drug addicts. I released the information that nines are prone to being sips. I released the information about 9 this, 9 that. I also said they're the best at crypto. So it's not like it's all negative. I just tell the truth. A lot of these guys who've made millions, if not billions, on crypto would be drug addicts without it. These are absolute facts. The fact is, almost every 9 I've ever met in my life has relationship problems with women. They could be geniuses, they could be smart, they could have money. They don't do good with women because they put looks above all else. To a 9, you can do no wrong if you're attractive. Now, then I connect them to the root chakra, which is the root chakra is all about sexuality. And the root chakra is all about the color red. Red starts with R. R is the 18th letter. 1 and 8 is 9. Red in total adds up to 9 as well. Has an E, which goes after the lust. Nines are simps. A majority of 9 are simps. Does that mean every single 9 in the world is a simp? No. That means if I have a 4 out of 5 men standing there and they're all 9s, I'm going to assume 4 out of 5 of them are simps. And guess what? I'll be right. You haven't seen it. You haven't talked to these people. Drug addicts, all this other stuff. Even a guy like Dahute, fucking genius. Dahute is a genius. He has problems with the relationships all the time. It is what it is. This is not shots at anyone. Again, Dahute's a fucking genius. He's a 9 life path. He's one of those evolved 9s I talk about. But even he has issues with the ladies, as do all 9s. Why? Because 9 is the childlike energy. So, what is going on Twitter nowadays is you have people who are following my terms, enemy signs, enemy numbers. They're using all that. But because they're 9s, everything I say about 9 is wrong. Yet ask them if they have a wife. Oh, I'm sorry your wife left you and she took the kids. Gotcha. You know, I know plenty of 28s who can manifest wealth better than almost anyone else on this planet. But they got problems too. You know, everything is about balance, man. Everything is about balance. You know, I regret some things. I definitely regret some things. You know, I made numerology mainstream to prove to myself I could. To prove to myself that I'm a fucking 33 and I could, because if I didn't do it, I always would have questioned myself. I would have been a millionaire regardless. I would have been fucking giving the billionaires readings regardless. But I made numerology mainstream because it was an ego thing for me. I wanted to prove to myself, to any of you, I could give a any of you guys think. I wanted to prove to myself that I'm a real 33, and a real 33 should be able to do something that no one else ever has, and that's making numerology mainstream. I did that. I regret the fact that you have a whole bunch of these now who think they know what they're talking about, and people follow them because they're nice and I'm not. Well, we'll take care of that 2025. But, you know, this goes out to all the geniuses out there. If you have some real knowledge, other people don't, gatekeep it. Gatekeep and sell. Either keep it to yourself or sell it. Do not give it to people, because the same people who will be thanking you will be cursing you out the next fucking year. Literally all of my haters were big fans in 2023. Literally all of them. It's the sad fact of the reality, man. That's all right, because the good stuff has always been gate kept and always will be. And what I want people to understand is, no matter what you do, you got to put up with a lot of bullshit. See, I was by myself. I had no GG33. I had no army back in the day. It was just me. And it was just me calling them radio shows, calling up a Phoenix radio show or an Indiana radio show or a Florida radio show and getting on and talking about numerology, and 90% of the time I get hung up on, be called an idiot, be called this other stuff. I didn't give up like you did. I kept going fucking years until I made it on the radio station, was a constant guest, started working my way out of there and into the mainstream. You people give up after you lose one time. You guys give up after someone insults you. I don't give a what people think about me. Why would I give up with people who are poor? Think about me. Why would I care what people who are poorer than me think about me? Why would I care what religious people think about me? Religious people are no different than people 2,500 years ago. We have all these computers, all this technology, all this information, and they're doing the same the people in the mud huts did 25 fucking years ago. Nice evolution there. Well done, fellas. Well fucking done. And when I look at the numerology space today, GG33 is doing real well, because at the end of the day, everyone who challenged me, they're basically using my system. They're basically using my system. Anything I say, they will go with it, except if it's about them and they don't like it, then they got to change it. You know, a lot of ones are alcoholics. A lot of ones got a lot of different issues. But see, the thing about ones is they're accountable. If I tell a one they're alcoholic, they'll admit it. They're like, you know what? I need to do better. If I tell a one about that stuff, they have accountability. Nines are like women. Absolutely no accountability. Did you know the Kamala Harris campaign fund made $1.5 billion and they don't know where that money went? They had like about 700 million not spent, and all of a sudden, all that money's gone. Where the did it go? These Democrats stole every bit of that money. And no one's going to do anything about it. There's no accountability whatsoever. But yet a Republican fucking go out and mistakenly buy a dinner for himself from campaign funds. He's going to prison for 5 years. Many examples of this. It's definitely not a fair system. But guess what? Because we know it's not a fair system, we got to play within the rules. You know what? There will be a guy in the NBA who says, okay, there's a 24-second shot clock. Why does it matter if I have the fucking ball behind the backcourt for 12 fucking seconds? But the rule says 10 to 8 seconds. You got to get the ball over the half court line. Now, at the end of the day, you have 24 seconds in the clock. So it really doesn't matter in the long run. But rules are rules. And unless you're powerful enough to make the rules, you must play by them. And what I mean by play by the rules is very simple. Run the world. I don't like it, but guess what? I can't do anything about it. And guess what? Neither can all you who've been running your mouth on Twitter for a year. But you know what? I'm not a emotional woman. See, if a woman hates you, she's going to hate everything about you. The way you look, the way you dress, the way you talk. If a man hates you, he can still respect you unless you're a beta male. Then you fall in that woman category. I do not like Andrew Tate. I think he's nothing more than a glorified pimp. But guess what? He has a great mouthpiece. He's really good at talking. You have to give the devil their due. I don't have to like it to accept it. And that is the problem with a lot of you. You don't like something, so you don't want to accept it. I accept I live in a control world. I accept that I can't do very little to stop it. If I dedicate my life to stopping, I'll probably get, what's that going to do for my family? What's that going to, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I won't lie. The rogue, I won't lie about it. But to say that, oh, we're going to defeat the, you're out your mind. They control the Federal Reserve. They print the fucking money. All of us in this room do things for money we don't like. Every single one of us in this room do things for money we don't like. Guess what? They print the money. They got us. I'm sorry, reality hurts your feelings. That's the reality of the situation. And my advice to all of you guys is focus on your families. Focus on the people who you consider your good friends. Help them get up in life. These other people, them. I have a GG33 group. I got like 5,000 members if you count the academy in the group. I can't give everyone a job. I gave 35 people jobs. That's 35 jobs that didn't exist. I'm looking out for people. Paying them more than $100 a fucking hour. How many people fucking do that? So I'm doing what I can. But to say I'm going to drop everything I do in life to fight the... Get the f*** out of here, man. They're running shit before you're born. They'll be running shit when you're dead. At the end of the day, focus on improving yourself as a man. Now, To a lot of people, that means a lot of different things. Now, me, I believe in improving stuff spiritually and monetarily. I believe that is the best way to go. Now, if I was living in the 1700s, I'd probably be in the gym all day, because at the 1700s, you had to know how to use a fucking sword. And that took physical strength. So back in those days, there's a reason to be in the gym every day. Most of these guys who are in the gym every day, they're flexing in the mirror because they're undercover home, or all they care about is vanity. You know, I don't like Elon Musk. But he did say one thing that stuck with me. He said, while you guys were working on your bodies and your vanity, I was changing the world. And I think Elon Musk is more famous than every single bodybuilder combined on the planet. Tells you a lot. See, we live in different times where we don't have to worry about getting strong-armed on the streets. So we have different priorities. My priority is to spread numerology and astrology worldwide and to basically destroy religion. We don't need that garbage anymore. We do not need that garbage anymore. Now, if you want to be religious for family values, go right ahead, man. All good, man. And I always take the religious people over the fucking LGBT rainbow. Those people are just... But, like, this Christ is King stuff. There's no evidence Christ even existed. There's no evidence that will hold up in the court of law that Christ even existed. To base your whole life on that, that's just asinine. Okay? Same thing with you Muslims. I do not believe in a literal man named Muhammad wrote the Quran. And the fact that he had a 9-year-old Aisha with him, you know, that's a whole nother story that we can go to another day. But, you know, it is what it is. Then you got the Jews who want to call themselves the chosen people. You're not chosen, you're just smarter than other people. Jews just happen to be smarter than other people. If we're going to consider Jews a number, consider them sevens. They're really smart people, man. I'm sorry if that offends people. But how the you think 2% of society controls 50% of the assets? Obviously, they're really smart. Now, you call them criminals, you can call them whatever you want, and in some cases, I wouldn't even disagree with you. But at the end of the day, if they're criminals, they're geniuses as criminals. We got to start accepting the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is this: we can make small changes to the United States of America to make sure influence is limited, but we're never going to fucking take it completely out of the picture. You know, I understand the Groypers. They're mad because America used to be a white nation and they wanted to be a white nation again. There would be less crime if it was a white nation. All of a sudden, they say it'd be less divisive. Wrong. If it was just a white nation, they'd be dividing people amongst Christians and Catholics. They always got a way to divide people. But at the end of the day, I don't think black people are any less civilized than white people. You put a white boy in the hood, he'll be a... You put a black person in a preppy suburb, they're going to talk proper. It is what it is. Environment plays a huge role. Environment plays a huge fucking role. If you're born in Mecca, you're most likely going to be a Muslim. If you're born in San Francisco, you're most likely going to be holding your ankles. It is what it is. I do not ask you to have faith. I just ask you to have common sense. That's it. Just common sense. That's all you fucking need. Anyways, I'm done with my fucking monologue. If you guys want to request and talk, you got about 3 minutes to do it. If not, I'm shutting down the space. Because I still have like fucking 3 readings to do today. I'm not losing my voice. I don't, at the end of my day, like when I do like 4 or 5 readings, I fucking lose my voice sometimes, man. Can't even fucking talk at the end of the day. Shit ain't as easy as you guys think it is.
Hey Gary, what's up?
What's going on, brother? What's on your mind?
So I was just enjoying your talk, and I listened to the spaces before. Yeah, that you were on, right? And the guy that was talking, that Jackson dude, he's a 400%. He sounds like a four. But my question for you is, so ones are very accountable, right? And everything you said, as a one, my question to you is, when is it self-oriented for the goal of the higher purpose, and when are you just being selfish?
Well, I'll give you an example. I don't think a man becomes a man until he has a child. Okay.
Okay.
And I don't think a man becomes a man until he starts loving other things more than himself. I don't think a man becomes a man until that happens. And once you have a family, that's when that switch should, hit. That's why, you know, I look at all these kids growing up today. I mean, if you go back to 1940s, people who are 23, 24 years old, they got married and they had kids already. That might not be acceptable in today's society, but that's why men were men back then. Because they went out there and they had to earn a living, not just for them, but for their kids. Nowadays, you have 35-year-olds playing video games all day with no accountability of anything. So I believe that's what happens when people have kids.
Okay, so I'm young, right? I'm 21 years old, and like the only thing, like after Corona hit, and like I kind of, gained consciousness about everything and all that is, and the future, and that the system doesn't work and whatnot, right? The only thing ever I've been after is to accomplish like success, and it cost me a lot of friendship, family conflicts, even by the decision of not getting, it turned my family against me. Even just the little things, that's a little thing, right? I mean, today's world, it's a big mistake, right? But it's still like a one minor issue to everything else, right? So
You know,
how?
what you're telling me reminds me of a bucket full of crabs. As soon as one crab starts getting close to, getting over that barrier, other crabs pull them down. If you have friends like that, you
Yeah,
don't need friends like that. Cut them off. If you have family members
yeah, I
like that,
know.
you can't cut them off. I'm not for cutting off family, but you don't have to deal with them. If they're trying to hold you down, you don't have to deal with them. Like for instance, when I started numerology, and I told my parents I was going to make a living as a numerologist, you should have seen how hard they laughed. When I told my friends that I was going to make a living as a numerologist, this was like over 20 years ago, people fucking laughed. People said this, people said that. And I said, you know what? F- you guys, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And at the end of the day, every one of my family members is a staunch numerologist now. So, those are the trials and tribulations you have to go through.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm
Keep fighting,
enjoying.
keep fighting, brother. Keep fighting, brother. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
I mean, that's I'm fighting all my life. First day of school, I punched the oldest guy in the school
I
in the
like that.
face.
I like that. I was someone tried to pick on me the first day I went to a new school. And like they all started like this is like fucking first grade. I'll never forget this. They all wanted to pick on me and shit like that. And so I waited till we got outside on in the playground, and I went to the top of the monkey bars, and I fucking jumped off and hit this kid from the top of the monkey bars. I fucking hurt that kid bad, man. And that was the last day anyone picked on me in that school. Bro, hit
Yeah, I
them
feel
back.
that.
If they hit you, hit them back. See, this is what I like about the Jews. If someone throws a fucking pebble at them, they're gonna throw a brick back. That's how the should be. You take out one of my family members, I take out your whole bloodline. They have to understand that the price is so high for fucking with you, they won't do it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd kill for my brother. I've done shit to people. Like I can take a punch, and right now, I know when I'm wrong, but if you do anything like to my brother, bro, I'll kill anybody. No cap.
100%. Fire first and ask questions later.
Definitely. What I wanted to ask you, this is weird, right? But at that moment when I punched the kid and stuff, it it didn't feel very real. It felt like I was my older self going into my younger body and doing that stuff. I didn't feel like it just happened, kind of like the movie The Butterfly Effect, like with
I don't
Ashton
watch movies
Kutcher.
too much anymore. Ever since I think I'm gonna stop watching movies now that I found out my favorite actor Denzel Washington is not only but his kids like. So I think I'm done with Hollywood in general at this point. But listen, bro, you're a one. You're gonna feel alive when you're active. You're gonna feel alive when you're aggressive. That's just what it's like to be a one. So it is what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Anyways, 43. Nice talking to you. Let's go to
Thank you,
Pablo.
bro.
Go ahead. You're next.
Hello, Mr. Garry. How are you doing today?
Same shit, different day. What's going on?
Yeah. First, thank you for making me speaker. And I got one specific question. I don't know if you want to answer this, but what does seeing eye in a space can mean?
Seeing what?
What does seeing eye in a space can mean?
Seeing the letter I
The eye itself.
in a word, or give me context.
Um, One day I had something like, I don't know,
Yeah.
vision. I've seen eye in a space that was made like from the space fabric, and it opened, and
But
it
you can go up on MySpace and see too many on this app, and you have two eyes, an idiot. So I'm not understanding the context.
I think
um
he means like an eye in space, like a human eye, like a looking eye.
Oh well, this is all I will reveal about the eye and the eye. A lot of nine life paths who have bad karma, they tend to have bad eyes, and that's why the word blind has an eye in it. So I'll reveal
But
that. If you guys can connect the rest, then congratulations. That's about as deep as I'm going on that subject.
okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, GG 33FR, go. I'll say this one more time. GG 33FR, speaker, go.
Hello?
Hello, go ahead.
Oh, I can talk. Oh,
You can talk.
I didn't know that you hear me. Sorry.
It's okay.
I
It's
just wanted to
okay.
say
Okay, so what's on your mind, woman?
I first wanted to thank you so much because you literally changed my life, like millions of people, like you already know. And every day is just so much better because of you. So, just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, honestly. And I want to tell you that my project is to be a numerologist with the GG33 family, or being in GG33 Gold. It's like my goal. And I really am going to make my best to enter this part of the family.
Well, I want to thank you for your kind words. I'm so used to people attacking me.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit off when people actually say nice things. So again, thank you for your kind words.
Of course.
GG33 is open to, the public, but there are a few
Yep.
things. Definitely,
Yes.
we don't accept. We don't accept those. I do have a
Yes.
couple lesbians in the group,
Mm-hmm.
but the difference is I never seen lesbians abuse little boys and little girls. I've seen
Yeah,
too
of
many
course.
homosexuals abuse little boys. So big difference. We don't like communists in the group. So if you're a Justin Trudeau or a Kamala Harris supporter, that's going to be very difficult. We do not
Mm-hmm.
like communists. When we don't like feminists. You sound like you have a
Yes.
very feminine voice. You don't sound like a feminist, but you never know. We definitely. So you do believe there's a difference between a man and a woman?
Absolutely.
And who's the head of the household?
The man, 100%.
Yes, yeah, sounds legit to me. Now, there are some exceptions, like if you have a beta male who's just a drug addict and he's not
Yes.
providing for, the family, and he's not doing what he's supposed to, and then he puts a woman in a position where she has to, take on some of those masculine qualities, then that's unfortunate, but that's also the woman's fault because she chose the wrong man, right?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. What's your birthday, hon?
Me?
Yeah.
March 27th, 2007.
2007. May 27, 2007?
No, March.
March 27th. Okay, you're a 3 life path.
Yes.
You're born in year the pig. Watch your this year.
Yes.
You gotta be careful next year.
I'm in
And that goes out to all people who are pigs, the 95s especially the 95s. You about to get yours. The 71s, the 83s, the 59s. All pigs have to be careful, but especially the 95s. The 95s are in for a rude awakening. Shit's not going to go as you expect. But if you're in your enemy year, always remember, lay low. Don't try to look for because you'll most likely lose those conflicts in your enemy year. Same people win conflicts in their positive years, lose them in their enemy years. So that's advice for everybody. And as a 3 life path who is in her 11 personal year cycle, I'm sure that this has been a life-changing year when it comes to knowledge and changing your outlook on life. Correct?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So I wish
And I
you
get a
could.
last
I wish.
question.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So to enter GG33 Gold, we gotta have 55,000 dollars and 100K in assets, right?
No. So here are the qualifications, and I'm going to
Yes.
explain why I have the qualifications. Because broke people tend to be desperate people, and I don't like people in my top group to have any of those type of problems. Now, they're all been grandfathered in and they've been fine from the very beginning, so it's no issue. But new people, I will not take who don't have a big bag. The old people that I know, that's fine. I knew them, it was a different time back then. Because you have to understand, if 5,000 to your name and then you go broke and the only thing of value you have is my shit, then you're going to start, trying to do things that are against the non-disclosure. So I make people sign a non-disclosure, and the reason is I don't just want your. There are plenty of people in GG33 Silver who wanted to pay me an extra 20,000, and I wouldn't take it because they didn't have an extra 100K in assets. I don't want your money if that's all the money you have. I want to make that clear. If you have 28,000 or 53 or whatever gold costs, whatever time it costs, and that's every penny you have, I will not take it. I'll tell you to go down to GG33 Bronze and GG33 Silver. It's much cheaper, and stay there. Because I won't, not just about taking your money. You have to have assets. You better have 100K in Bitcoin or own a house or have some fucking assets, because I don't want broke people at that level anymore. Because broke people tend to be desperate people. The only people who ever played me in my life and broke fucking rules were broke people. And I'm sorry, because that's not how all broke people are. I was broke. I didn't act like that. But the fact of the matter is, people who are broke have a higher percentage chance of doing shady shit like that than people who have money. So I'm sorry if that sounds fucking bad, but that's the reality of the situation. And that's just the way things are. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yep.
Totally.
So, and again, I used to give away scholarship to G33. Last decade, I stopped that shit. And one of the reasons I stopped that is because the members asked me to stop that shit. So of the 5,000 people, let's take GG33 Academy out of it. Let's say the 1,500 to 1,700 people who've actually joined GG33 and signed a non-disclosure. I've been betrayed by maybe 5 out of 1,600 people who paid for it. I've been betrayed by 20 people out of the 100 people I gave for free. What does that tell you? 5 out of 1,600 or 20 out of 100. People don't value what they're given, especially if it's free. You know? So those are the absolute facts of it.
Okay.
And I hope that makes you understand why I am the way I am, because when I have given people such a gift as, you know, even the free information I've given out is life-changing, as you would attest to.
Yes.
And then people, you know, to go around and start calling me a fraud while using my information, I hope you're eradicated. It is what it is. But I, you know, before I started GG33, I planned for this, and that's why I did certain things and put certain shapes and certain colors and certain like prices in the products to make sure if it ever leaked, the people who did certain things would get negative effects. Like for instance, all thieves have the same aura. When you do something like steal, it basically puts a certain type of color aura over you. And if people have certain auras, you can make certain shapes and certain sounds that people could see under an aura like that, and it would negatively affect them. And I know how to do stuff like that. So I take pleasure in the who wanted to hurt me after I benefited them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that karma, it does come back.
Oh,
Karma
you
always
are
comes back.
inspiring.
But Garry, you see, that's like but the karma, you're like saying, oh, I'm gonna pay your karma. But does the karma not resolve itself?
Yeah, but you can push it there. The
You
karma
can
might not
push it.
resolve itself. Hold on. The karma might not resolve itself until their next lifetime. That's unacceptable to me.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
unacceptable. That's
It carries
unacceptable.
on.
But that's unacceptable to me. And since I know how to make that karma come quicker, you best believe I'm going to use it.
I get you.
I would rather be worth 100 million and put all my enemies in the ground than be worth billions and have all my enemies prospering. That's me. I could have sold out a long time ago for money. ESPN came to me in 2015. They said, publicly apologize for being wrong about gay marriage, because I was against it. And then you will be featured with numerology and sports. And I could have been a fucking superstar 10 years ago. I said, F you and behind you. And guess
We
what?
are
When it's
so
my time to meet Prime Creator, I will fucking stand proud knowing I stood on fucking principles. Most of you would have took the deal.
True, it's more like, see, people are going into the animalistic side of the humans nowadays, you know. It's the chakras, the low
You know,
chakra.
yeah. I want people to understand something. AK Ushwin's in this room. There's not one person alive I'm going to listen to about anything to do with Vedic astrology that's not him. There's not one fucking person alive I will listen to about Vedic astrology that's not Ushwin. He manifested everything I needed him to see. He's fucking a great astrologer even without GG33. He's fucking a strong, solid fucking family man. Usually, I don't talk to him that much, but when I talk to him, it's usually about something about his family. Every fucking single time. He has his shit together. He fucking was doing readings like a fucking machine last year. Absolute fucking machine. So, yes, and I want people to understand this, that he's a 33. And the person who brought him to me, fucking hate that person. I fucking shunned that person. But at least he brought this 33 to him. And I always give 33s a much deeper chance because I know they're the diamonds in this fucking world. And a lot of 33s fail. Very difficult reincarnation to handle because you actually got to actually be alpha without actually being alpha. And few people understand what that means. It means your presence has to be there. And he's one of them. You know, I have a new GG33 file I'm giving out. but I'm only going to give it out to people who are in my classes who I meet in person. And since there's people all over the world, and especially in India, I don't know those people, but I know Ashwin. And if they want that file, they're going to have to go through Ashwin. Ashwin's going to have to make that call because I trust 33s to that fucking level. Very few other people I will ever trust to that level. It is what it is.
How can we meet you?
How can you meet me? Well,
Yes.
Well, I'm at casinos a lot.
I'm 17.
Garry, I have a
No, I'm
question.
not. I'm sorry. I'm not. Definitely not going to try to meet a 17-year-old girl. So we'll have to wait till you're legal, and then I'll take a picture with you or something like that. But yeah, we definitely keep things legal because there's a lot of pedophiles in this world, and I sure as hell ain't going to be one of them. So again, thank you for all the kind words.
Of
But
course.
there's going to be places in the future where there's going to be GG33 meetups. And, if you're in one of those places and it's open to the public, you're welcome to join. I mean, I'm planning on going to about 50 malls next year across the country and just fucking making it rain.
Like you did?
Yeah, I'm going to do that in like about 50 places across the country. I'm just going to go to different malls in different states and just start throwing money away. And I'm going to make that into a fucking ritual. Every state I go to, I go in one mall and just throw money away. And no one's going to know what the mall is. It's just going to be by a random chance. But it doesn't matter where I go. Someone there is going to know who the fuck I am. So that's what we're going to do. And, I think that's a good way of giving back.
You see those people that go around knocking the doors, preaching God.
Yep.
You should have those people for numerology. They just go around knocking the doors. Did you hear about
brother, I don't
numerology?
want to be accused of running a cult. I don't want to be, because Christianity is the biggest cult in the world. Followed by Islam, second biggest cult in the world. So
what do you believe in, afterlife?
Of course I believe in afterlife, but I don't believe in dogma. And so let me ask you something. If a woman comes to you and she tells you, I'm pregnant, but I never had, you going to believe her?
Get the tests. Run the test.
Oh, no. I'm just asking. Fuck the tests. Do you believe if a woman came up to you and she said she was pregnant, but she never was artificially inseminated, nothing like that happened, she tells you she's pregnant, are you going to believe her?
Take the Anunnaki pill.
Yeah, exactly. Some Anunnaki, some alien got her pregnant. Most people of logic mind, and sound mind are going to say you're. That's what most people are going to say. If I tell you
genetic engineering,
what if I told you all the numerology came to me in my head from the prime creator, just like Muhammad said. So Muhammad said everything came to him about the Quran to his head. He was telepathy from the prime creator. What if I told you all my numerology is telepathy from the prime creator? I could have done that. I could have went that route. I could have said, I could have told people, yo, I talked to God and he taught me numerology. And then when I give people readings, they'll be like amazed and then they'll start believing it. I didn't go that route.
No, you could have said that.
I could have said that. I 100% could have said that. I would have been a running game, and guess what? All I had to say was Christ is King, and all that shit, all the Christians would have been buying my shit. Every fucking 5 seconds, I would have been made a sale. All I had to say was Christ is King.
Or I am Jesus Christ.
Or no, you can't say that. Then they'll be against you. But if you say all you guys see is I serve the Lord, and all these people would be on my, because that's all they want to do. They all want to be part of the club. Oh, he's one of us. That's all it is. That's all it ever has been with these people, man. Demand proof. Demand facts. No, that's what people need to do.
The Pope just lost me, It's all pedophile cult shit, I don't fucking. It's
I
too. It's
mean,
deep.
a
It's deep.
pedophile starts with P, so does Pope.
It's deep. I know that. That's true. That's true.
You know, you can't spell John Podesta, who was the chief of staff for Hillary Clinton, without pedo. Where'd that Pizzagate shit come from? Podesta, pedo.
All the P's.
Listen, and when you understand that the elite won't allow someone to get in big positions of power without having compromising information on them, and most of that compromising information is either, remember like Elon Musk and Joe Biden did, or becoming so they have that shit on tape, or becoming a pedo. The elite are not going to put you in a position of power unless you give them something, like your first child, or you fucking start sodomizing things. So they have that
But
energy
this
on
is
you.
kind of like what you're doing with GG33 Gold,
Not
but in a
really.
different way.
I don't offer any fucking side. I just need people to shut their.
But that's kind of like the first step. You know what I mean? Like
So
they tell you
you
you can't
think? Hold
talk
on, hold
about
on, hold on,
this.
hold on. You're comparing me having people sign a
No, like
non-disclosure. Hold
on
on,
the
hold
low
on.
scale, on the low scale of
Okay,
it. You know what I
okay.
mean?
You're not being quiet now, so you're gonna let me talk. Okay. What I said is you cannot compare a non-disclosure where people agree not to share my intellectual property to sodomizing little kids. I mean, we're going a bit of a stretch here, my friend. Big stretch there. Listen, I don't want people to fucking take my shit and fucking claim it as their own, which is exactly what the fuck people are doing. You know what the funny part is? These two clowns who are trying to compete, they offer sales to join their groups, and it ends on the 28th. Oh, wonder where you learned that from. Or they'll do something else and they'll fucking sell their products in eights. I wonder where you learned that from. How come you're not selling your products in fours? You said fours number of wealth. Frauds. Nothing but fucking frauds, bro. And it's disgusting what this space has turned into. But it's okay. I'll clean it up. Because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to clean shit up. Anyways, let's see, who's here? Who is here? The fuck are you fucking Groypers doing in here, fucking faggots? This is a fucking bathhouse. Fucking fag. Alright, let's
Gary, I had the last question, if I can.
I need a co-host. So Living OG, I made you co-host. Go ahead. What's your question?
Me?
Yeah.
Great. So, I know that you have Charles, two boys, two beautiful boys, very strong. And I was wondering, what was the qualities that you were looking out in them?
I wanted them to be able to lead. I wanted them to take
Yes.
over for what I was doing. Because I was gonna
Yes.
start it, but like we just saw with Bashar al-Assad.
Yeah.
His father was the guy who took over Syria in 1970, dog year, fell in a dragon year. But the son who fell, Bashar al-Assad, he wasn't meant to be the ruler. The kid who was meant to be ruler was born 3/26, 1962. He was an 11 Lifepath, and he was killed. And then the other guy took over. He wasn't supposed to. So I made sure in both of my kids that they both had leadership abilities. They could both lead. And I also made sure that they would be in a position of power based off their birthdays. My first son is an 11. My second son is a 28. So I made sure that they were put in a position where they could actually influence the world and take what I did to a different level.
Wow. Is it the reason? I believe one of your sons, it's called or named Julius.
My son is named Julius. I named it after Julius Caesar.
Okay, so you did the same for their birthdays, in looking out in history.
Well, there's a lot of techniques here that I'm not going to reveal publicly, but
Okay.
I made sure my son had the abilities and traits to dominate if he so chose to, which he will.
Okay. So great to know this. Thank you very much for the answer.
Very insightful answers from a 17-year-old girl.
Gary,
That's interesting. More insightful than most of you guys. But go ahead.
uh, what do you think about a one life path having a seven total name, which also adds up to my lucky number?
Probably a good thing.
But I only have one vowel and it's a nine and I'm a one. Is that a bad thing or like slightly bad?
A lot of people who have nines as the first vowels have done successful, but you could say that about a lot of things. You guys look at numerology not the same way I do. You guys are
Yeah.
asking me questions about how other people look at numerology. I don't look at it that way. This is stuff I went through 25 years ago. Hold on, Living OG. Welcome as co-host. Add whoever up you want. Whoever requests, feel free to add them up whenever you want.
Gary, I just want to say,
Sounds good,
tell you
brother.
what.
I'm
Oh, sorry.
excuse the noise. I'm out riding right now. I'm doing my work, doing my full route. So, but yeah, I'll co-host for you.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Just add people, as speaker, and things like that. Much appreciated.
Gary,
Yes, sir.
I just want to tell you, my mum is a 22 life path. My granny is a 20, born on the 22nd, and my granny on the other side is born on the 22nd, and my grandfather is the 33 life path, and my other grandfather on my dad's side, he's a 33 life path. Tell me what that is, but
Strong bloodline.
strong bloodline.
Strong bloodline.
And my
No.
brother is a 22 life path as well.
Well, if you have a lot of women who are born on the 22nd, that would tell me that you have a lot of alpha women around you. The alpha women born on the 22nd, they're probably the one group of females that can turn boys into men. Most, and what I've seen is women who are born on the 22nd, they're very good at building up other people as well. If you look at the women in Congress, there's more people born on the 22nd in Congress and in Senate history who are women than any other number, and it's not even close.
Crazy.
So
My
yeah,
house number is 22 as well.
what's that?
My house number.
Nice. Yeah, it seems like you come from some strong blood, and hopefully you live up to the challenges that await you.
That's it. I'm a 24/6, man. Born on the 11th.
Then do what you need to do to help your family succeed.
That's it. Honest to God. But I just want to make it, that's what everyone wants. Everyone wants to make it.
Family is a 6-letter word for a reason.
Yeah.
Father is a 6-letter word. Mother is a 6-letter word. They're all for a reason. You don't understand. You don't understand how you guys are fucking always counting up what the gematria is, man. You guys aren't even looking at the right things sometimes. Oh, it's like, whatever. I'm not going to be correct, everybody. I know the correct way to do this, so it is what it is.
6 is a weird number.
I don't think they're weird at all. I don't think they're weird at all, man. I think sixes are very, very home and family oriented.
For me, I'm more of like a, I can't tell you, man, but it's like I want to separate myself in order to succeed. You know what I mean? I have to take some time, but I feel like there's a
That's that
family
11
unit
in you,
there,
bro.
but I want to try.
That's the 11 in you.
That's it,
That's the 11 in you, brother. You're gonna have to fucking learn how to control your emotions. I can tell on the phone you have trouble controlling your emotions. I can tell that
what's
already.
at the end of that tunnel? That's what I'm trying to find out. There's a tunnel here, and I can push through. I'm trying to find what's at the end of that there.
You might not like what you find.
Or it could be the opposite.
That's why you're gonna keep digging. Anyways, brother, it was good talking to you. Next, EO, go.
Yo, what's up, Gary?
What's up?
Hey, man, I'm gonna bring down the New World Order.
Yep.
You should have heard
You're gonna do that on a Twitter space.
Nah, I'm just playing. I look forward to the information, the new files are gonna drop next year, man.
Well, it's only gonna be passed around in person. I actually met you in person, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've done that a few times. Other people, not so much. So we're going to do the new information drops a little bit more close to home because I'm not going through any more bullshit.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Hey, what do you think about Trump's presidency in his next, uh his next term? Like, how do you see that going? I know he talked a lot
It's not
about.
going to be as good as people think it is. I'll tell you that much.
No, of course not. He wanted his enemy year, but
Yep. Well, the difference is he's still imprinted as president in his first year, so it's still imprinted in the monkey year. Even though he's a dog and going getting back in, and you can look at Putin as a perfect example. Since he won that re-election in 2018, when they switched it from 4 years to 6, and it just happened to hit 2018, his enemy year, Russia has been struggling since 2018. So while I do think he's going to fix a lot of things, I also think it's going to be difficult. I think he's going to get dragged into a war. I think he's going to be doing so well, and the U.S. is going to be dragged into a war, and that's going to fuck shit up. They call it the dogs of war for a reason.
that is true. What do you think about the 4 years that come after him? How do you see that playing out?
Hopefully, Canada becomes the 51st state, and that can stay in there for more than 4 years. But if not, if Canada becomes a 54th state, it's a new country, and then we can have him as president.
That'd be lit. That'd be crazy.
That would be pretty. That would be pretty awesome.
It's possible.
I mean, I don't think. I mean,
I'm okay with Donald Trump being president for life. I'm okay with that, and I'm going to tell you why I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Because the greatest leader in Roman history was a dictator. His name was Augustus Caesar, and Augustus took over Rome that was a republic, and it was falling apart. And he came in the power, and he became a dictator, but he started passing morality laws. And for instance, back in those days, slavery was legal, but he passed a law that said the owners couldn't kill their slaves. And that was like such revolutionary thinking back then that, a human being didn't have a right to kill another human being, even if they were a slave. And that basically increased production. Those people started thinking themselves as more people than just, pieces of property. He also outlawed all brothels. He made morality laws. If a woman or cheated on her man, she'd get. And all things of that nature basically improved the lives of Rome. Even though Augustus himself was sleeping around and doing all sorts of shit, the people beneath him, his citizens, were doing the righteous thing. And that's why society flourished. Like, for instance, democracy allows OnlyFans. Now, all those fucking sluts and whores who are making fucking millions, and then you have the average girl on fucking OnlyFans who's making $150. That is basically destroying the family unit. All of that shit is destroying the family unit. What someone needs to do is completely shut down OnlyFans, basically shut down like the bank accounts of all the money off that, confiscate all that money for the betterment of society. But people start talking about, you can't do that in capitalism. These bitches have a right to make that money. It's capitalism. It's the Sims' fault. Yeah, it definitely is the drug user's fault. But who do you go after? The drug users, millions of them, or do you go after the supplier, a couple hundred? You go after the suppliers. So women, it's just funny that 15% of the women in the city I live in, Miami, do OnlyFans. I want to repeat that. 15% of the people in Miami, that's a last year's sticks, it might be 20% now, do OnlyFans. It's just interesting how whenever women get sexually liberated, and whenever women have rights, They're always selling.
That is the oldest profession.
Until that is put to a stop, and this is why in most cases women need to be second-class citizens. I'm not just calling for repealing the Second Amendment. I'm not repealing the second. I would never repeal the second. I'm talking about repealing the 19th Amendment. I think women should be second-class citizens. Now, obviously, you can't fucking, hurt them, and you can't fucking, and you can't do any of the civilized, shit. Women need to be protected in that matter, 100%. But women don't need to vote. Women don't need to make political decisions. We don't care about your feelings. Okay? Because whenever a woman gets in a position of power, she's always going to fucking vote for handouts. Woman, first vowel O. Communism, first vowel O. Socialism, first vowel O. But when you look at men and capitalism, first vowel AA. Tells you everything you need to know. And it's usually the women who are one life paths who act like men who are fucking the capitalists. Women need to be second-class citizens. I don't know how that sounds. It's what needs to happen. I mean, you fucking Bible thumpers should be fucking with me. Man first, Eve second. You Bible thumpers should be with me. You fucking Muslims should be with me too. I'm a capitalist, but you have to understand, if you allow degeneracy, it's going to lead to socialism. All of these OnlyFans fucking simps who are raised by single mothers, if they had fucking had a father in their life, it wouldn't be like this. Ace, what do you have to say?
Yeah, man, I totally agree with you, of course. Absolutely everything that you're saying. And we're talking about children. I always wanted to ask you, like, any tips on raising an 11 life path as well, born on a 3-day? Because I know they're sensitive and they're emotional, so I'm trying to find the balance
Well,
between being like a
I'll
stern
tell you what I
parent.
do. I don't allow crying in my house.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, I don't allow
same.
crying. When the kids start crying, I get in their fucking face.
Yeah,
There's no crying in my
yeah.
house.
No, I heard
I
you
do
say
not
that
have
before.
daughters. I have sons.
Yeah,
I don't now. Say they hurt themselves and they're crying. That's a different story. But if they're hurt because of their emotions and they start crying, that is not allowed in my house. I get in
so you
their
tell them
fucking
to control
face.
yourself, right? Like, control yourself, man. Like,
100%.
okay, yeah, I've been doing that since you said that before. Yeah, no, there's no crying over dumb shit over here
No
either because of
crying in
that.
my house over
Because you
dumb
said it.
shit.
Yeah, yeah, for sure,
No,
a
no, no, no,
thousand.
no. I mean, you know, I just can't deal with that shit, Mel. Because I have two boys.
Yeah, yeah,
I went through so much trouble to make sure I wouldn't have daughters. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. If my daughter turned out to be a fucking honor,
feel you, bro.
you're not shaming my family name. Mm-mm.
Fucking right,
Mm-mm.
man. That's a fact.
So that's why I'm very, very happy I didn't have a daughter, because I didn't want to be put in that position. Because I'm not a Muslim, never will be. I don't fucking get on my fucking fours to pray to some false demon. But when it comes down to it, they have the right idea. If a female member of your family shames your family by being a, it's not only your right, it's your duty.
Agreed.
So,
Agreed.
and again, you're supposed to protect women, but women are supposed to be put in the ground.
Agreed.
Women
Low
you
key,
protect.
yo.
Women you protect. Women gave birth to every single one of us. They're all to be protected. But does the exact opposite. Destroys society. A cancer that spreads. She has kids that no one loves. Through no fault of the kid's own, they grow up unloved. Then they fucking start becoming criminals. And I'm not saying all of them, but a high percentage.
You
That's
see it
why
all the
fucking
time. 80%.
80%
80%.
rapists.
It's a
80%
lot.
of the rapists in jail were raised by single mothers. I think it's 85.
Shit, it's
Whores
true.
are a
Facts.
cancer to
Stats.
society. They should be stoned on spot. Like, if they're stone them. And all these fucking workers, where the did this term come from? A
The
sex
least you could do
worker?
is shame them. That's the least you could do.
Get the, it's your duty to shame these.
And you know that percentage is going to keep climbing as the years go by for stuff
Yep,
like
and
that.
people want me to fuck up and not stop talking about this. Nope.
This shit needs to get banned.
Fuck that. Burn them at the stake.
Shit needs to get banned. You know on my IG, of the millions of followers I have through all the accounts, 68% are men. Men holding a numerology astrology account. Think about that. I'm not just talking numerology and astrology, am I? I'm red pilling the audience.
Orange pill.
Even better.
Orange pill.
Even better color, brother. Even better color. But yeah, I'm not gonna stop talking. Talking down to women. I'm on podcasts and I fucking talk to women like this. It's not like I want to do this to your face. If you're a cancer to society and you need to be treated as such.
Facts.
What should we do with girls that are my age or like 18, 19 that already has had like 20 body counts?
20 what?
20 body
Body
count.
count.
Body count of 20 and they're 17 years old?
That's a rare.
Not rare.
Can't
It's
do
not
this
Better
shit.
be
Yo,
So
yo, yo, yo,
punished.
yo, yo. They're cooked. They'll never be able to have a long-lasting relationship. They'll never be able to have kids, right? When it doesn't matter. Like they'll be dicked down by one dude. They'll be thinking about another. They'll go out and cheat. They're done. They're done. A woman is not supposed to have that many inside her. That's why you guys get yeast and you guys get fucking all sorts of fucking like diseases and infections if you put a whole bunch of. It's disgusting. Listen, that generation is cooked. These kids need to be taken away from the parents at birth and raised by fucking people who actually care. I hate doing that stuff. It's not what's supposed to happen, but the cycle just keeps getting worse and worse. 20 body count at 17. Oh my god. Oh
Yes.
my fucking god, that's disgusting.
Yo, Gary, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yo, I met you in Miami at the Beacon event. I got a reading with you April 2nd. I want to say you're like the top numerologist. I learned everything from you.
Thank you, brother.
I just want to say I can't wait for San Diego. I want to be there. I want to be there. I'm gonna give a haircut to a numbers mechanic on the 22nd. And I just want to say I appreciate you, all the knowledge you gave me. And it's funny how everybody copy and pastes you. I just want to say that it's cool how you say manifest. The first two letters are M-A, and my first name starts with M-A. My name is Martin, and it's crazy how the letters in Martin has rat in it. First two M-A. But I just want to say I appreciate everything, and I hope to see you in San Diego for the GG33 meetups.
Sounds good, brother. I appreciate all the kind words. And remember, they can copy and paste my tweets. They can't copy and paste my manifesting skills.
Can't copy
100%. And
the
like
can't
like I
copy the
said,
money
I'm learning
either.
from the best numerologists in the
They,
world, and
they,
I'm
they
proud to be in GG33. And I'm inside bronze too. I'm in bronze walk.
well, if you're inside bronze, then you'll be at a meetup this year.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the space. Shout out to Chivo. Shout out to El Gato. Living OG for bringing me up. Ryan, everybody in the space. Shout out to the number 7, GG33 Ram, and everyone else.
Shout out to Christy. She's in here too. Shout out to her, Ashwin, Living
Shout out to
OG.
Ashley
There's a
too.
lot of GG33 members that aren't as active as others.
Yeah, of course. And shout
Uh,
out to the QWeb app. That's the best numerology app in the world. And go download the QWeb
yeah,
app,
yeah, it
iPhone,
really is.
Android, and web.
That app is
Shout
really
out,
good.
shout out Air
Yeah,
Logic
that's all I
cooking
want to
these
say.
fools.
I just want to say, can't wait for San Diego, and I'll see you there.
Sounds good, brother. Yeah,
All right, you
and
have
if
an
you
amazing
guys
day.
don't know who Air Logic is, I consider him a top 5 numerologist in the world.
Sheesh. Go follow him. He been cooking these last few days, cooking all these dumbasses.
Yeah, I just leave that shit to him. I don't have the patience for these niggas. But so let me tell you a little bit about Air Logic. He's a monkey. and I consider him to be. I consider him to have some 33 qualities in him. But the fact of the matter is, he invested money in stocks about 10 years ago. He's retired already. He's retired. He's dead. He's dead. He doesn't need anything in it. He's absolutely retired. That kid is that fucking smart. He invested in Amazon and all those cheap stocks when they were cheap, and he's retired. And that's a real numerologist right there. I can retire too, but if I retire, who's gonna fucking get this done? Nobody. Well, I can't retire. Come here. What day are you born on?
The 28th.
And what's the 28?
Number of money.
There you go. See, I teach him young.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Have to.
This kid is actually so cute. Thank you. We're honored to hear the voice of your child.
Yeah, that's my kid. What's your sign?
Gary.
Dog.
And this is your enemy year, right?
Yeah.
And your enemy years are almost over. Then it's gonna be snake year. And whose year is that?
Papa.
There you go. Yeah, I teach them. I teach all these kids this stuff. I don't just talk it. I do it.
He'll be teaching us soon.
Oh, he's very young. The other one might, not this one. This one's almost 6. Almost his birthday on the 28th.
Little Capricorn.
Yep.
Of course the Capricorn.
Of course, a Capricorn.
And Garry?
I mean, think about this. I have 2 kids. I'm a snake. I'm a Capricorn. One of my kids a snake. One of my kids a Capricorn. So I'm connected to both of them.
Beautiful.
My mom and my dad, Capricorn, Pisces. My wife, mom and dad, Capricorn, Pisces. We had a Capricorn and a Pisces.
Wow. It's inspiring. One thing about having this knowledge, like at my age, I've known you since I'm 15. I can plan my wedding date, the birth of my child, everything. It is so great.
Yeah.
I'm so honored. Thank you.
Lucky,
You're welcome.
yeah, lucky for sure.
And Garry, how can I use the benefits of being the daughter and the granddaughter of 33 Lifepath?
Unfortunately, that's not something I'm going to reveal in a public space. I do apologize.
Okay.
But there are ways. There are ways. There are ways. My kids are definitely getting it from me.
Yeah.
Maybe keep the family name. Maybe.
No, not everyone in that family is a 33. So.
No. Only 2 women.
Well, I hope when you were talking about those people your age with the 20, you weren't talking about yourself.
No. I'm preserving for marriage.
Yes, that'd be wise because I will say this: once a woman, gives it up, her manifesting abilities are never the same.
Okay, very weekends.
That's why witches don't have kids.
And always have a cat.
Correct.
Do
I've
you
been
think
listening
women
to you
master
for
numbers
years.
though? Do women master numbers still manifest more, or they still need a man regardless, right? Even though if a woman's a master number.
Women are like battery chargers, bro. It's like they have a different purpose. Okay, women are like if you find the right woman, it supercharges the man. But you have to find the right woman. But once they sleep around, that fucking ability is gone, bro. The funniest thing is to hear her say she's gonna curse you. It's like, okay, go ahead. It's women who are basically with virgins or with one man, who have kids with one man. Their battery pack is on a different level. Like I already told people, if you have sex with a woman born on the 28th, you get richer. I mean, this is something that's fact. As a matter of fact, that's more advanced than anywhere else in the world's ever released. Right there, just having sex with a
Facts.
woman born on the 28th, just having a kid born on the 20th. Do you think anyone knew this stuff? No, it was me releasing this shit to the public. That was
Facts.
it. No one else knew anything about this. Even the competition, they make their sales on the 28th. I wonder why. You didn't fucking learn that off yourself. And the thing is, these other people who want to call themselves numerologists, they want to talk smart, but it's just like a bunch of feel good words. There's never any fact behind it. This one dude said 7 is the number of the deep end of the ocean. What?
What in the fucking bullshit is that?
Seven's? Okay, you want to say seven's water? Whatever. I'll go with it. But seven's the deep end of the ocean. What do you out? But it is what it is. You have to understand that people always want to be number one, and that's just not possible in this field. I got this shit on lock because I'll give you an example. Myron, I manage Fresh and Fit. Myron, doesn't know what numerology is. He doesn't give a fuck about numerology. I mean, we do certain things there with numerology in mind, but he doesn't give a fuck about that shit. Ask him if he knows any other numerologists. No, it's just me. And that's what all these influencers are like. They know no other numerologists. All they know is GG33 and Garry. For God's sake, my fucking chat infiltrated Sneeko for about 2 years, and they're fucking putting GG33 in his chats every 2 seconds. He's so pissed about that. I didn't do that on purpose. It's his own people. So what I'm basically trying to tell you is no one's ever going to supersede me in this game unless
It's
I
too
fucking
late.
allow it. It's too late.
It's
I
too
already took it.
late.
It's too
I
late.
don't know why people are trying to take advice from people who don't got shit. You guys are fucking stupid if you think that you can take advice from just anybody. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Look around, like be aware. That's what I've been studying astrology and numerology since little too. And guess what? It was all whack. I knew it was trash. I knew it was whack. And
Yep.
I went looking. I went looking. I'm like, yo, there has to be more. And then that's when I found you. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, yeah, he has what I want to manifest for myself. Like I must have
Yep.
that too. He has it. He's got it. He did it. It's already done.
100%, brother. Because every single way there's to combine numbers, every single way there's to equate numbers. I already did it. I already reverse engineer it. I know what works, what doesn't. I have no time to waste on debates with people. What I say goes.
Exactly. People think they know something because they read it or whatever, but it's all bullshit. I read the same shit and I knew it was trash. I knew it was stupid. I knew it was whack. So it's like I already knew, even like Vedic too. Like I studied Vedic for a long time, but it wasn't applicable. Like people say, "Oh, Garry didn't invent numerology, but he invented the systems you use. He created all that."
Go to Ashwin. He's right down this page. I'm sure if anyone can convince you Vedic is legitimate, he can. Because he doesn't do like all
Yeah,
the other guys.
I remember that classic debate between James and Ashwin. That was a fucking classic. I wish I could find that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it caused a lot of division, and we're not doing that again. I tried, man.
It was good though. It was really
I
it
thought
was
it was
really
good. I thought it would be entertaining. But
no.
people,
People are gonna stand on what they're gonna stand on regardless. So
it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Let's.
Gary,
Yeah, go ahead.
so I've noticed that out of my trine, the goat, pig, and cat, we're all kind of flaky, We're all kind of fuck arounds. Like if we're not evolved, they all just like go and fuck around, only do for the entertainment and stuff like that, you know. What sign of them is a best parent, right? Because cats and pigs, they run away. I would say goats, but goats also have a nature of running away.
Um. Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna bullshit you. That is the most flaky trine. It's not even close.
Yeah, yeah.
Pigs are flaky by nature. I remember there's this guy, this is about 20 years ago, named Mike Trevisano, and he was the top radio host in a state, Ohio. And he'll be like, Garry, I'll meet you here at this time. Motherfucker would never show up. I'm like, God damn, well, you're flaky as fuck. And then I noticed the same pattern with a lot of other people born in pig years. So yeah, they're flaky. When it comes down to cats, no, I think you got the cat a little bit confused. If the cat doesn't respect you, it will flake you. See, a pig can respect you, it'll still flake you. Doesn't matter. But if a cat doesn't like you, it'll respect you. If a cat likes you, it's never gonna flake you. Uh, Cats, it's a thing of respect with them. With the goats, shit, you got a big bag. A goat's never gonna be late.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Fair enough.
I mean,
Fair enough. Thank you.
look at Anna Nicole Smith. She married a 90-year-old billionaire. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that from your
Yep.
tweets.
A
That's crazy.
90-year-old billionaire she fucking married.
She was in
Anything,
love, Gary.
anything for you. Okay. Anything for that fucking bag, bro. Anything for that
I
fucking
mean,
bag.
I was a hustler. I've done some, stupid shit, but that far I never went there, bro.
Shit.
Like,
Listen, we've all
that's
done stuff we don't want for money, but I never murdered anyone for money. Like I said, for money. I never fucking robbed people. Never did anything like that. I strong arm people, but it wasn't for me. Never went down for money. Oh, that good shit. Come here, doggy. What's up?
Nothing.
All right. Any more insightful talk about anything?
Yo, Gary.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so feel free to ignore these questions, but do you have any tips on like speaking with your past self or future self?
Would never reveal that.
Yeah, okay. And the other one, like you don't fuck with mirrors. You don't mess with like looking into mirrors or like looking in water and shit.
I never said anything about water, but you look in mirrors, you're gonna be in trouble sooner or later. Don't fuck
Yeah,
around with
yeah.
those mirrors, bro.
But like, do you suggest water signs like stare at water?
That's fine. I don't see no issue with that. No different than
Okay.
a fire sign staring at fire. No issues with that.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Yeah, okay.
Yo, Gary,
Uh-huh.
do you think that they're gonna ban porn in all the states? I saw that Florida was gonna be one of them.
No, they banned Pornhub, not porn. Uh,
Sorry, Pornhub.
they basically wanted 18-year-old authorization, so people would know they're 18 and they didn't want to deal with it. Yeah, I see it. That's fine. No, I would, but I don't think they will. I mean, I think OnlyFans pimps are fucking criminals. I'd fucking lock their ass up. And a lot of people I know do OnlyFans or OnlyFans managers. And you know how many times I've been fucking asked, yo, Gary, be an OnlyFans manager. It's easy money, man. Last year I was doing podcasts with all these OnlyFans. They like half of them wanted me to be their manager. I could have been a manager for 150 OnlyFans girls. They would have been pushing my numerology. I would have been making 1.5 to 2 million a month. We estimated. I said no, and I know for a fact that 99% of society would have took that deal. I said no because I have morals. That's me.
Yeah, that's good. I can't see a lot of people, saying no to that money,
No,
especially
of course
female
they
like
would.
that.
Of course they wouldn't, but I know what awaits me in life, and it's going to be a lot more than 1.5 million a month. So I will stay on the path. I will do what I'm supposed to do, and I will not succumb to the devil's or the demons' gifts, because they always want to give you something. If you're worthy, if you're worth a damn, the devils are always trying to give you gifts. I won't accept them.
Yeah. One last thing, Gary. What can you tell a 2911, you know, for the future?
Don't simp for women and control your emotions.
Well, I'm pretty good at that, you know. So I own my own business, and you know, I'm pretty deep with the numerology. I'm actually also a silver member. So you know,
Well, if you're a super
but
member, then you already have an edge out on the life, compared to everyone else. You already know this stuff, bro. You know I'm not going to reveal more in this space that I would in silver. So
yeah, no, of course.
everything I'm telling you, you already know.
No, I appreciate it, Gary. Well,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, man. Thank you for doing everything, man. Everything that you're doing. You know, it's I can't wait to see what else you can are willing to give us. You know,
Well,
for
remember
knowledge.
we're gonna have get-togethers in 2025 all across the country. You're welcome to come.
Appreciate it, Gary. Well, thank you, man, and be enjoying your space.
Yep. The last time we had a GG33 get together, I did it at a penthouse in Vegas, and this was like one. It was honestly the Britney Spears suite I had, and when she had her Vegas residency, and it's basically a 3 bedrooms, like 8,000 square feet place. So we'll get something similar this time, and yeah, we're gonna make a lot of noise. Anyways, it's almost time for me to go. Let's see. Any last words, Andrew?
What's up, Gary?
Stop.
I got two questions for
Hold,
you.
hold on. I need to ask him. Should I talk to him or should I say go bye bye? What do you want to do? So talk or bye?
Talk.
Talk. Okay, my son said talk. What's your question?
There you go, man.
Oh, real quick. So I just got two quick questions. I'm sure you might stiff arm them now. Is there a certain trait that derives from people with 6, 7, or 8 digit number birthdays?
Yes.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, and my other question: does adding the numeric value of each sign dictate what type of karma you would receive from like mating with your enemy sign? Like, does it
No,
dictate what
no,
type of effect you'll have?
no.
No. Oh, okay.
But good question, bro.
Yeah, I like asking different questions. People come up here and ask the same shit.
Oh, very good questions, man. Very fucking good questions. Mm. Okay,
Appreciate you though.
we're gonna hold this space to an end. Come here, doggy. Come here, doggy.